Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cardwell's Cauldrons here on Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
Now, today, we're having a little fun, fast tribal deck here that, everyone's been thinking about and talking about. But before we get into it, go ahead and remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us, and we'll love you for it, but we still love you if you watch our videos anyway. But with that, let's go ahead and get into it. The deck name, gawbos.
Good old gawbos.
It's just good old gawbos. That's all it is. It's simple, fun, and hopefully it gets there for sure.
I mean, it's my favorite creature type in Magic. I'm so excited.
I know. I hope I do it justice, but we'll see. But if anything, you can make a modern one for us, and then that should be fun.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Now, okay, let's just get into it, right? We have 26 gawbos out here we need to talk about. First one is Skirk Prospector. 1 red, 1/1, sacrifice a goblin, add a red mana. I almost wanted to make this deck with like Goblin Fireball or something, like Elf Ball, but with goblins. But we kind of have that in here, but we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah. The next one we got is Goblin Instigator. It is 1 red and 1 for 1/1. He enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 red goblin token.
Simple as that.
Great. Bringing dudes.
Yep. So by turn 2, you have 3 extra mana. Maybe throw up some of these guys. So it is 23 land, which is a little bit heavy for a goblin deck, but we'll see why. Clamor Shaman. It's 2/1, 1/1. It has Riot, so when it comes into play, you can give it haste or put a 1/1 counter on it. It says whenever a Clamor Shaman attacks, target creature opponent controls can't block this turn. So you can tempo out real well with this guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Next up is like one of the best goblins ever printed. It is a Goblin Warchief. 2 red and 1 for a 2/2. Goblin spells you cast cost 1 less to play, and then goblins you control have haste.
It's where that Dominaria came out and had some goblins, and that's about it. No
Yeah.
other really support for him. So hopefully now this guy can shine for sure.
Yeah, and he gives your Clamor Shaman haste already, so your other dude can just get a counter.
Yeah, counter and swing, and Clamor Shaman costs 2, so
It's silly.
you just tempo out. Now this guy is also a reason why I really wanted to make the deck. Krenko, 10 Street Kingpin. I think this guy's so good. It's ridiculous.
He is.
So he's 2 in a red, 1/2. Whenever he attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it at first. So it's already a 2/3 when you swing. And then create a number of 1/1 goblin creature tokens equal to Krenko's power. So yeah, you get 2 extra power for 3 mana if you get to swing. So that's 4 power already. And if you're Goblin Warchief, then you just plop him down, swing, done.
Yeah.
It's all super good.
Next up is Goblin Ringleader. 1 red and 3 for a 2/2 haste. When he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 of your deck and put any number of goblins from them into your hand.
That is massive card draw if you just hit it all. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's 4 cards for 4 mana. I like it.
I've played goblins forever. I can't tell you how many times a Goblin Ringleader is like, draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
And he costs 1 less almost always because of Warchief's in play. Like, your main goal is to get Warchief in play and then play whatever else. And Ringleader just helps you do that.
Yeah. And that's why it's more of a heavy land, because we got those. And Goblin Trashmaster, which is a 2 and 2 red. Other goblins you control get +1/+1. And then you can sacrifice a goblin, destroy target artifact. He's a 3/3. So, it's in the M19. We got to use him before he rotates.
Yeah.
And to have a Goblin Lord, sure. I'll take
Goblin
it.
Lord, what's better than making Krenko bigger to get an extra goblin?
Exactly.
Lastly, we got a Siege Gang Commander. It is 2 red and 3 for
Oh, yeah.
2/2. When he enters, he comes in with 3 extra 1/1s. You can pay a red and 1, sacrifice a goblin, deal 2 damage to any target.
Yeah, any target. So, yeah, there you go. Just blowing up people with goblins.
Dude, it's so good because you're just like, oh, I can't attack you. Just throw a dude. Bow.
Throw dude. Take 2. Take 2. Just
And yeah, it's open-ended, so you can literally just pay 2 and just sack goblins as long as you have mana.
because and by that point, if you don't use, and if you put this guy with Skirk Prospector out by turn 2 or 3, or definitely turn 3, not 2, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, you're winning for sure. All right, now we'll get into spells. And of course, when I was talking about the X Goblin Ball, it's a Banefire, red and X. Banefire deals X damage to any target. If X is 5 or more, the spell cannot be countered and the damage cannot be prevented. So there you go. When you're just stuck, you're just like, okay, sack all my dudes with Skirk Prospector and plow them in the face.
Yeah. Prospector is so silly.
Oh yeah.
Next up is Lava Coil. 1 red and 1. Deals 4 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead.
It's kind of a deck where you're just doing everything on your turn to get there. No need for instant speed, and 4 damage is 4 damage.
Yeah, and it just clears your way.
Yeah, just straight up does. Now this one, you have to play it, right? It's Goblin Barrage. So 3 in a red, sorcery. It has kicker. But first, it deals 4 damage to target creature. Seems okay. But if the spell is kicked, it also deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker. So you sack 1 little token, and you can deal 4 damage to face and kill a dude and swing. It seems very weak on the surface, but I would like to play it and see if it actually does well. Because 4 damage to face is pretty good.
Yeah, it's nothing really to scoff at.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Like I said, that's the whole 60 right there. 23 mountains, get there. We can probably take some mountains out depending on how we play. I don't know, we'll play in a brawl, see how it runs for sure. But as always, on our deck text, we don't have sideboards because the meta changes everywhere. And we like to just go ahead and have honorable mentions to show like, hey, maybe this can be swapped out or whatever. And the first one is Fanatical Firebrand. This guy is really good. 1 red, Goblin Pirate, haste 1/1. Tap sack deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So if you're fighting against another aggro deck, or if you just really needed the extra damage, he's just really good.
Yeah, he helps you get so much.
Yeah.
Next up is a Goblin Cratermaker. A 1 red and 1 for 2/2. You pay 1, sacrifice Goblin Cratermaker, choose 1. Deal 2 damage to target creature, or destroy target colorless non-land permanent.
Yep. So this gets rid of Ugins and Karns and artifact creatures. Just for 2 and a 1,
That's
pretty
awesome.
much. Yeah, so they play their Ugin, you're like, well, kill your Ugin immediately.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure, you get to do your Planeswalker thing, but whatever, kill him. Just for 1 little mana.
Yeah.
I actually had a Karn in a draft once, and I played against an opponent who had this guy, and it made me extremely sad because he immediately played it and then killed my Karn. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the next one, of course, we have to have him is Goblin Chainwhirler. He's 3 red for 3/3 first strike, super powerful in those stats. And when he enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature that they control, and Planeswalker they control. So, it's just good against token decks or other aggro decks for sure.
Dude, Chainwhirler is insane. Like, he's really, really good. I'm glad that Cardwell put him in the board on this card because it doesn't cost less from a Warchief.
Yeah.
So it is still good, but I don't know or think it's main board good.
And I don't know, like, maybe if you're against aggro, you take out Clamor Shaman and then put him in, because then therefore he can actually do a lot of work there. So yeah, that's why, because I wanted to play with all these brand new goblins first before we throw him in there.
Yeah. Next up is our boy Legion Warboss. 1 red and 2 for 2/2 with Mentor. Which he attacks, you put counters on another attacking dude.
Yep.
And at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin token. That token gains haste until the end of turn and attacks this combat if able.
Yep. So it will immediately die. But this guy is really good against control. So if you're able to Skirk Prospector this guy on turn 2 and they can't do anything about it, you're just winning. You just don't swing with him, you just swing with every single little goblin token out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy, super good control. I would suggest it for sure. Well, that is gawbos for you. It's just whatever gawbos we put in the deck, and hopefully they synergize well, and then we'll see if it's well on the brawl.
Yeah, you just flood the field and throw them at their face.
Yep.
Go.
And if you need the full deck list, it'll be down below. And with that, hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.